Hey guys and girls, this is Joe again. This is out to the atheists and pretty much to the, well, more towards the evolutionists than the atheists. But I find that most evolutionists are atheists, except for the ones who are confused and call themselves Christian evolutionists. But I got a video for you to watch called Christian Evolutionists. Watch that one if you call yourself Christian and you also believe in evolution. Now, in Lumpec, California, in a rock quarry, they were digging out the rocks and they found a skeleton of a, what kind of well was it? Let's see. It was a baleen well. Those go from anywhere from 80 to 90 feet tall. They said they found it, just the head of it, and on the top of the rocks they were taking out. And the further they get, the further more they're revealing of this fossil. Now, the unique thing about it is that they're saying that this well is standing pretty much on its tail, standing up just right like a human, but standing on its back tail, and died that way. Now, pretty much the way fossils go, you need thousands of years, you need this and that to happen for rocks to slowly, inch by inch, come up and cover the fossil, especially if it's laying sideways, even more if it's standing upright. The evolutionists said that they did the math. It would have taken 50,000 years to cover this well entirety by the evolutionist standards. When the newspaper Chemical and Engineering News asked them how is this possible, the evolutionists said it's not. This really confuses us. We can't understand how this could even be possible, but it is. They're also marking off the area because the more they remove the rocks around the fossil, the more dangerous it becomes, because they said that by it being touched by air, that the bones of the fossil are becoming more fragile. So the more air exposed to them, they said the thing's never been uncovered before. For 50,000 years, it took it to cover up a well. A well would have, fallen apart by then. It would have decayed. The skeleton would have fell apart. So, are you really telling me that a baleen well stood up for 50,000 years, even after it died, and somehow held its form while year by year by year, until finally 50,000 years passed and it was completely covered? Another thing, an atheist evolutionist named Emmanuel Velikovsky, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that last name correctly. It's spelled Velikovsky. He wrote, when a fish body dies, it floats to the top or instantly sinks to the bottom of the lake or river or ocean that it is in, and it is devoured rather quickly, actually in a matter of hours, by other fish. However, the fossil fish that is found most everywhere, and this is him talking about fossil fish in general around the entire world, that are found in sedimentary rock, is often preserved with all of its bones intact. Entire shoals of fish of large areas, numbering billions of specimens, are found in a state of agony and with no marks of scavenger attacks, like the catfish and things of that nature. The explanation of origin of fossils by the theory of uniformity and evolution contradicts the fundamental principle of these theories. Nothing took place in the past that does not take place in the present today, where no fossils are formed. Now, this was a man, especially if you're an atheist evolutionist, you should know this man. He helped design a lot of ideas. He was well respected. But a man who didn't believe there was a God at all, and was a very much evolutionist, said that fish fossils together as a whole completely debunk and poke so many holes in evolution that it's a joke. Then you got the 50,000-year-old well, which most evolutionists, professors don't want to talk about, but many of them in colleges do know about it. So if you're in college and you're watching this video, just ask them about the baleen well in Lumpec, California. you'll usually notice they instantly try to change the subject because, once again, it can't explain it. You also have the explosion in Washington, not Washington D.C., but Washington the state, of the mountain. Now, scientists had closed off of that area for further studies. To what I still know, it's still blocked off, the areas that they're studying, supposedly. Pretty much a mudslide happened, a massive mudslide. Now, evolutionists also tried to date the Earth by the type of levels of dirt, and you can check this out. There's a word for it, I can't think of it off the top of my head, that pretty much tells you each level of dirt past the next level of dirt. That's how they know how old a fossil is, because of the dirt that it's been found in. Now, this mudslide completely took out an entire section of land and poured out into a lake right next to the mountain. Now, what is unique is that they started calling this cavern, this little area that it removed, the mini Grand Canyon, because it looked just like the Grand Canyon. The only problem is the dirt was going backwards instead of doing it this way. 200 million years ago, 20,000 or 20 million years ago, 20,000 years ago to now. It was now 20,000 years ago, 20 million, 200 million. It was completely backwards. That's why they had it broke off. That's why they had it where civilians couldn't get to it, because they had to study how in the world everything that they've been teaching has just been proven wrong by this mudslide by a volcano that went off. Now, also going back to the well, I did mention in Washington that when the volcano went off and the mudslide happened, it took thousands upon thousands of trees. Now, these trees and all the mud had poured into the lake, and this had petrified the trees instantly within hours and days, not the thousands of years that we're taught in schools. This lake was also cut off because they couldn't understand it. They had trees that had been standing up even before the mudslide. They had gone past where the mud had gone down, further down into the lake, to look at the original layers of the lake, and found that there was trees that had been knocked down before that were petrified and were standing up within 20,000 years worth of dirt, yet half the tree was still in the lake. And that part wasn't petrified. Made no sense to them. So, pretty much you can look this up on CNN, you can look this up in newspapers, right here about the well, if you want to look that up. Turbidites, A Challenge to Uniformism, written by Kurt Howard, M.S., edited by John Corvey, B.A. and M.T. Pretty much, that's where I was reading the article about the Baleen well. So, like I said, this is just something to challenge you, to get you to dig deeper. I'm not saying, oh, I've just popped your bubble and proved you completely wrong. It's just a form of discussion. So if you start posting hate, oh, you're stupid Christian, all this kind of stuff, I'm just going to delete it. Now, if you post something up for debate or discussion, I'll keep it. Also, don't forget to rate this video. Well, my time is almost up. It says I got about 45 seconds left. So I just want to say God bless as usual. May God bless you and your family. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video and listening to me. And of course, like always, if you have any questions whatsoever, always post them down below in the comment box or make a video comment. Or you can go to my video called Jesus/Bible Questions and post your questions there. That's my main video. Don't forget to subscribe and to send this video and all my other videos to your friends and family. Post them on Facebook, MySpace, and Twitter. Alright, thanks y'all. God bless and bye-bye.